In this video, we're going to discuss how students can use content to create activities or create sessions for themselves. This might also be a good video to share with your students. You'll notice that here we're accessing a Cold War content, and there are many different ways we can have students do this. They can click on Learn, which will give them an opportunity to engage the content usually for the first time. This is especially helpful if you're using Quizlet to differentiate for new content. If they click on flashcards, it gives them a different opportunity to learn, usually after the first time they've accessed something. In this case, we're going to click play, and it's going to give us a chance to flip back and forth between the two activities. So we've got here, and this is Satellite Nations. We've got one, and Iron Curtain, and they'll have absolute opportunity to go through these flashcards at their own pace. These next three options, write, spell, and test, are assessment opportunities for students to go through and see how well they understand the materials. They can do it through writing the content, in this case typing. They can spell it based on a verbal representation, or they can take a test based on the content. All three of these are very specific for different aspects of learning and different ways to review the content, so it might be important to go through this with the students. Then there are three games that can be played, and these are usually meant to be the third or fourth time they've reviewed some activity or some content, and it will also give them an opportunity to provide some extra intervention or learning something in a different way. For example, if we go to this matching, they have to go through and they have to look for different things. For example, there's the US and there's the USSR. In most cases, it's going to be a little more complex than that, but it really is up to you and how many details you put into the situation. Another example might be this live session, and I'm going to show you this a little bit. I may not be able to get very far, but let's see what I can do. All right, so if I'm creating a game here, here's a game where it's going to give us the definition and we have to determine the term. And I believe this is where I've got to stop the presentation because I don't have other students playing. It's set up as a quiz bowl, and so students will go to www.quizlet.live and they'll enter the following join code. At that point, there will be ample enough students, and you'll notice 4+, so deciding on how you do this is very specifically related to how much content you have. If you have enough content to involve the whole class, this could be a class-based activity. You could also do this to be a differentiated classroom situation where one center engages in this activity at a time. Depending on when you're doing this in the unit, this could also be an exciting way to review for a test or for students who are struggling to access information